Very good morning, baie goeie môre, molweni, wassalam alaikum en shalom. Namaste, somtrent al die goed wat ek kan onthou. Baie goeie môre, good morning to everybody this great Friday morning. Beautiful weather in the Cape, but in the rest of the country I hope that you receive some rain, that you receive some good weather, and that this weekend will be blessed. Baie goeiemôre hier, die baie mooi sonnige oggend hier op Vrydag in die Kaap. En ek hoop dat die res van die land waar reën moet toekom, dat die Here sy seëning sal gee en dat ons op die einde van die dag kry waarvoor ons gebede daar is. I hope that you are well. I hope that this week was indeed, if not successful, at least productive, and that all of us take one step forward to the ideologies, the dreams, and the passions that we have. Ek hoop dat hierdie week daarom vir julle goed was, en dat jy hierdie week vir daai wat nie werk nie, en ons dink vir al die mense in uniform, dat jy 'n bietjie kan rus. It's good to see you all. Good morning, Lana, and ek sien net Raylene, Aniki, good morning, Ruth. So good to be here. Again, my apology for last week, Friday. It's Mother Life if you are in politics that you are called to say your say. And I don't miss the opportunity to spread the UIM word and to make sure that we are heard. And I speak on your behalf. Ek praat namens u, so weer net my verskoning vir laas week Vrydag. Ek breek nie gewoonlik by Vrydag nie, maar dit was 'n baie belangrike vergadering oor sekuriteit nasionaal en ons het baie goed gedoen daar. Inteendeel, ons het as die UIM het ons die grootste spreekbeurt gehad om te kyk waartoe gaan ons in die toekoms. This morning, talking about the 5 C's: crime, corruption, the Constitution, capital, and our faith and our religion. And I thought I'll spend the half an hour or so with you today speaking about that. Vandag gaan ons praat oor misdaad, korrupsie, ons konstitusie, kapitaal in die land en ons geloof. En ek hoop ek kan 'n paar waarhede reguit met u deel, soos gewoonlik, om vir u te sê waar ons staan hierdie week, wat was, en waartoe ons gaan in die toekoms met hierdie 5 voorbeelde van waarvoor die UIM staan. What I want to do though is, I have to say, Brian, good morning from Scotland. Good to see you. Bonnie, Scotland. All the way there. So we've got overseas people listening to us that care. And that's important. How is it, Brian? At top of the morning to you. I'd like to address, though, the elephant in the room. Ek wil graag praat oor hierdie olifant in die kamer en laat ons dit agter ons kry. May I thank every person, online and wherever you are, that have sent me your well wishes, your prayers, and your full support in the past week. Mag ek vir iedere een van u sê baie dankie vir die boodskappe, julle liefde en julle gebede in die afgelope week. The matter of my health has sparked unbelievable huge attention. I don't always know why, because I'm you. I'm just a normal person. But the amount of love that you get carried me through the past couple of months when I was in hospital and when we were dealing with our lower colon cancer that was removed. So I just want to update you on what's going on. Ek wil net vir u miskien vertel wat aangaan as u nie omgee nie. In November of last year, I was diagnosed with lower colon cancer at the end of the colon. And that was treated this year by extensive radiology and also chemo. And then in end of March, I went into hospital to have the operation to remove the tumor. That operation was successful, but unfortunately, the after effects, everything that could go wrong in a hospital and with me did go wrong. So alles wat verkeerd kon gaan met 'n mens, ek het COVID gekry, ek het E. coli gekry, ek het groeisels gekry wat gestem het van die operasie en infeksie. So alles wat met my kon gebeur wat verkeerd gegaan het, het verkeerd gegaan. And that was the reason why I spent 5 months in and out of hospital and 97 days in ICU. The good news after that was that the cancer that was in the colon bottom part was fully removed. On a CT scan that was now taken a week ago, the doctors and my oncologist, great oncologist, Dr. Lai, they found a 1 centimeter spot that has now surfaced on my liver. So, 'n week gelede het ons 'n CT scan gedoen, die resultate het gewys, daar is 'n 1 centimeter kol op my lewer. It is the opinion that the cancer is back and that it is aggressively back. So hulle het 'n 1 centimeter groeisel gekry op die lewer en hulle het bevestig dat die kanker terug is en dat hy my beklei. Now in normality, such continual cancer growth and cancer spreading is terminal. And the chances of continually fighting this is not always successful. The reaction that we are taking is that I am immediately going on chemo for 90 days. We will go through this together. In February, when the chemo has been done, we will then see if the spot on the liver has disappeared. If so, then in God's grace, we are okay. If not, and we must be realistic, we will then continue with focused radiation as a phase 2. So I want to tell you that no one wants this. You are not always psychologically prepared for this. And you do get up and challenge God, whom I gave my life to ask why. I have done so much in life. I've made so many mistakes and wrongdoings, and a couple of good. But giving my life to God was a decision that undisputedly I do not regret. But one does ask, why are these things happening to you? And you get a lot of people that speak to you that it's a challenge, that it is an attack from the dark, that it is Satan's work, and that it is not always known by me or human on God's will. Those are not always the answers that you want. Those are not always the clarity that you seek. But one thing I want to tell you, and this is the first C that the UIM stands for. Christ. But not only Christ, religion, because we have said as Christian, we have said as Muslim, we have said as Jew, we have said if you're a Buddhist, we have said that if you're Hindu, we have said that if you believe in a greater, bigger religion and faith and in God, that the UIM welcomes you. But we do not accept these matters of Satanism as a form of a religion. We totally, vehemently reject the dark side, the satanic verses, the so-called satanic churches, for they are the opposition to our light. So when you have in this country this massive thing, this great thing about people now professing that they've got satanic churches and the things that are in part of the dark and the devil, it is a direct attack on our civil liberty, our civil society, and us as people in faith, and will never be accepted by the UIM. My faith, my belief in God, which I truly have, is what I cling on, what I hope for, and will take me through the process of healing, because we believe. And my vice president, my sister Fatima, sent me a message and said, Neil, in the Bible, which I'm still learning, wat ek nog steeds leer, ek lees my blaaie, want ek is 'n nuwe gebore Christen. Ek moet verstaan wat my God sê, my pa. Dit sê as jy dit spreek, raak dit waar. So Fatima het vir my gesê, elke keer as ek sê ek het kanker, dan het ek kanker. Elke keer as ek sê ek gaan dit nie maak nie, dan gaan ek dit nie maak nie. Elke keer as ek sê ek gaan hierdie ding verloor, ek gaan dood, dan gaan jy dood. So ek verander my taal. En ek wil julle hê om die taal ook te verander. Is dat ons deur God, die skepper, ons pa, dat ons sal in sy wil geskied, né? So ek praat nie Bybel nie, verstaan dit nog nie altyd nie, maar ek praat uit my hart uit. Ek is deur 'n helse jaar, 5 maande in die hospitaal, en God het my uitgehaal. My tyd is nog nie verby nie, Suid-Afrika. Die keuse wat ek gehad het, the choice I had, after nearly dying twice within that circumstance of hospital and 5 surgeries, was when I leave hospital, will I still continue to be a leader? Will I still go fight this dirty politics? And will I keep my promise that in 2024 we will bring the truth? And my decision was yes. I am not leaving you. I am staying with you. Until no matter what God's will is. So in faith, in ons geloof, the UIM decided that we won't be a faith-based party. We would be a party in faith. Because if we are something like the ACDP, we string ourselves to then say, if you're a Christian, our total entity is based on Christianity. Our belief is that we believe in religion. That if you're a Muslim and you believe in Allah and that you believe in the Prophet Muhammad's scribe, it's still God. And it is still for the good and light. If you read the Torah as a person in Jewish faith, you are still in belief of a God that is very similar to our prophets, to our Jesus, to our God. So the C, Christianity, does not mean that the UIM is just for Christians. No, the UIM is for people in faith, people that believe in a God that brings light. Satans believe in dark. Satans believe in the fact that everything must be destructed. Everything must be for the bad. They can deny it. I don't care. That is not what God, my God, professes. It's hell. It's hell. Many of us have seen the inklings of hell, and we have reached out for God. The problem in this country, and here's truth number 1, is that God never left us. We left God. Het ons hom? God het ons nooit gelos nie. Ons het God gelos. Ja, ons het God uit ons skole uitgevat. Ons het God uit ons parlement uitgevat. Ons het God uit ons huise uitgevat. En ons het God uit ons gemeenskap uitgevat. We took God out. We did. And that's why when we started the UIM as a small movement that's now grown to a national political party, we said that one of the 5 points of the existence of the UIM is Christ. It's religion, it's faith, and without God, His solemn might and His power, we are nothing. Now, you don't have to be a Christian, you don't have to be a person that believes in any of the gods, but you must have faith. You must believe in the good. And what is good for Neil is God. So, when we say the 5 C's and we speak of Christ, we are speaking about religion, we are speaking about faith. You are welcome. But if you're on the dark side, you are our enemy. You are the opposite. And I always say, how do you get Satan back? How do you get the devil back? Hoe vat jy die duiwel aan? Well, you take one of his every day. Jy vat een van syne en jy bring hom in die lig elke dag. We will never waver in the UIM and in my life and in yours that we will leave Christ. We will never do that. It is the foundation of our existence. Dit is ons geloof. Dit is wie ons is. En dit is ons fondasie. So the first C is Christ. And we won't waver. The second thing is capital. Nou kom ons praat oor die volgende C. C nommer 2. Kapitaal. Capital. When the UIM speaks of capital, what do we talk about? Well, we talk about the fact that the taxpayer in this country, the person that pays the rates and taxes, your water, your electricity and municipal services, your VAT, and you pay it every month diligently, is that you are not getting to see that capital on the ground in general. Die kapitaal wat ons in hierdie land insit, deur jou BTW, jou elektrisiteit, jou munisipale rekening en jou belasting. Daai pot van geld wat deur u geskenk, gekoop en gespandeer word, daai kapitaal, ons kry amper 0 terug in ons strate en dis 'n feit. Want as jy in hierdie land 'n goeie skool wil hê, as jy in hierdie land medies wil hê, as jy in hierdie land wil net op die einde van die dag oorleef, dan moet jy kapitaal spandeer. Want die landse hospitale is moer toe. Ons skole val uit mekaar uit. Ons onderwysstelsel is nie meer beheerbaar nie. Ons het nie meer paaie nie, ons het glad nie elektrisiteit aanhoudend nie, en ons sukkel nou ook met water. Die kapitaal wat hierdie land inbring, word gesteel in die meerderheid. The capital of this country is supposed to stop Eskom from not having power, building our roads which is gone, supplying effective water, clean water, giving us health, giving us education, giving us security, police that work. But no, the fact, and here's fact number 2, feit number 2, they're stealing it. They steal it at local government, provincial government, and national government. They steal it. This is the ANC. Now, I don't have to say that. It's on record that President Suki Cyril, at the Zondo Commission admitted on record that in the ANC there is a current total aptitude of corruption. He admitted it. Hulle is bedrieërs, hulle lewe in bedrog en diefstal. Hulle is nie korrup nie. South Africa corruption does not exist. It's theft. Dis diefstal. So stop saying that the capital of our country is being stolen through corruption. It's not. Corruption sounds like an admin fault. Hoekom gebruik ons daai woord? Dis diefstal. Hulle is diewe. So if we want to regain this country in the positive, we are going to have to ensure that the people that bring capital, be it domestic, me and you, or foreign direct investment, FDI, that capital does not go through the hand of this corrupt government and political system. Only when the capital reaches the street will this country be able to turn the tide of disaster. Net as ons hierdie staat wat op hierdie oomblik regeer word deur 'n ANC hyena kabal, met die rooi jellytot van die EFF wat sit en wag om te knaag aan die karkas. Net wanneer daai kapitaal kan deursyfer deur ons interne kapitaalspandering van belasting en maatskappy, entrepreneur en oorseese instorting van investering. Net as ons dit kan kry, dat daai kapitaal sink tot op die straat, kan ons hierdie land omdraai. Maar om hierdie land en sy kapitaal te red, moet ons van die ANC, EFF, Communistiese Party en COSATU, die Unie, moet ons hulle veg en ontslaa raak van hulle. So die kapitaal, nommer 2, C, capital, is what we are fighting for in the UIM, is that we stop the flow of our money in the pockets of these criminals who portray themselves in their Gucci suits as socialists that care about their people. Nou daai is 'n wolf in skaapklere. Baie mense sê, ja Maneel, jy's 'n wolf in skaapklere. Jy kom met die ANC. Jy. Okay? Maar ek het die reg om te verander. Ek het 'n brein gekry om te beklei teen ongeregtigheid. Ek is ook maar nou net 'n skaap en die wolf probeer my byt. Ons moet ophou om mekaar te verneder. Ons moet ophou om mekaar te verkleineer. Ons moet ophou om mekaar in die rug te steek en sleg te sê, Suid-Afrika. Ons het mos nou die vyand. Ons het die vyand geïdentifiseer. En dit is die mense wat ons land op hierdie oomblik uit mekaar uitskeer. Ons weet wie hulle is. Dis nie ons nie. Die Here se woord sê, die Here, ons God sê, as daar nie eenheid is nie, kry jy nie seëning nie. If there's no unity, you get no blessing. Don't you get it? The white people of this country, be you Afrikaans, Portuguese, Italian, Greek, whites in this country, they are now oppressing and suppressing us. If you come from the Khoi, if you come from the Nama, if you come from the Bushman, if you come from the Griqua, and you are what they now call you, the colored community in this country, you are now being also oppressed and suppressed as a minority. And our fine Indian community, the Indian community is also being oppressed and suppressed. So the minorities in this country, which we are 8 million, we better unite. Ons beter saamkom. Want die toekoms lyk nie goed vir die minderhede in hierdie land nie, en daar's nie een politieke party wat vir julle beklei. Jammer, hulle is almal moertoe. Hulle is almal ruggraatloos. Hulle is almal in die banke en hulle kan net opstaan en toesprake maak. Hulle wil nie die geveg vir vryheid en lig vorentoe vat nie. Hulle is bang Hulle is oud. Hulle is verneder. En seker moeg. Maar hulle het amper 30 jaar gehad om die nuwe Suid-Afrika te bou in die eerste paar jare. En toe dit sleg gaan, ek was nie daar nie, Suid-Afrika. Ek was oor see, ek het gaan werk. Ek het teruggekom 3 jaar gelede en hierdie gemors hier gevind. En uitgevind dat waarvoor ek beklei het, saam of nie saam nie, het totaal verander en is tot niet. En ek wil dit nie so hê nie. Sonder kapitaal, without capital we are doomed. No foreign investor is going to put money into this country when he doesn't even get guaranteed electricity. When he doesn't get guaranteed water for his factory, and more than that, when this corrupt government and the idiots of the EFF want to take over land. So how do you guarantee a foreign investor that the title deed that he has, sy traktaat, sy titel, gaan weggevat word? Sal jy geld daarin sit? En dis wat hierdie klein breinlike sonder grys stof leierskap nie verstaan nie, want hulle is kommuniste. Daar's 'n kommunistiese ideologie. Hulle verstaan nie kapitaal nie, hulle vat kapitaal. Want hulle verstaan nie, dis nie hulle sinne nie. Dis mos almal sinne. Dis gemors. A minister has her credit card and she has the minister's credit card and she thinks that there's no difference. Huh? Yeah. And she believes it. She believes that when she buys a bed and when she buys groceries and when she buys curtains or pillows or travels or restaurant, she swipes. Maak nie saak nie. Want as hierdie ene leeg raak, dan maak die minister se mense dit vol, en as hierdie ene leeg raak, kan transfer hulle mos nie. It's a lack of education. And I'm not talking about matric. I'm talking about knowledge. Fact number 3. The leaders of this country have no idea what they're doing in parliament. Because they've never run a business. Hulle is nie soos ek en jy nie. They never started a business, they never financed a business, they never ran a business, they never sunk a business, they never restarted a business, they never borrowed to have a business, they never had a business. The only business they've got is elections. Not me, I've had 42 businesses in my career. I know what is an Excel spreadsheet. I know what is OPEX and CAPEX. I know what is income and expenditure. I know what is a budget. I know what is production. I know what is supply and demand. They don't. They have no idea. Ons sit met 'n hopelose, oneffekte, ongeskoolde leierskap in hierdie land wat geen idee nie, en dan het jy nog die klein jelly tot varkie wat opstaan in sy rooi en hy probeer vir ons spreek oor geduld, oor oorlog en oor kapitaal. Gemors, man. Dis gemors. Dis jou en my geld. There is no government capital expenditure. That's our money. Suid-Afrika, hoor my. Feit nommer 4. There's no government project. There's only our money project. Die staat doen boggerol. Ons doen dit. This project done by Gauteng government. Absolute rubbish. This project done by the money of the people of Gauteng. Ja. Niks van hierdie geld wat hulle steel, beweer en gryp, is hulle se nie. This country works on a GDP, a gross domestic profit. What is that? This country exports, imports, claims taxes, and that's our GDP. That's how we make money in this country. And that money goes to Treasury. It's then divided by the Minister of Finance. En hoe's dit werk? Ek gaan vir jou sê hoe dit tans werk. 1 vir my, 1 vir jou. 2 vir my, 1 vir jou. 3 vir my, half vir jou. 6 vir my, 2 vir jou. That's how they do it. Instead of saying 1 vir my, 6 vir julle. Half vir my, 60 vir julle. But they don't do it because they don't have the knowledge on capital. Okay? Hulle verstaan dit nie. They know how to go talk kak on a platform. Sorry. Just election time. Blah, blah, blah. But no action on the ground. And we must stop this. We will. The UIM will. Might not be a president, we might not be a leading party, but God knows we'll bring the truth like I bring it to you. Our constitution is the third C. Ons derde C is die constitutie. South Africa, let's talk truth number 5. The judiciary of this country is imploding. The judiciary of this country, it seems and looks like, is not independent anymore. Because we run over justice like an everyday water. Dit lyk vir my of ons justisie op hierdie oomblik verkrummel. Dit lyk vir my of die justisie in hierdie land nie kan byhou nie. Hy is besig om uit mekaar uit te val. And the hope of this country is that our justice, our law, our constitution survives. Because without an independent judiciary, without an independent law, without the constitution which is enshrined in this republic, we are doomed. Ons is in 'n gemors as die justisie, die konstitusie en die wet van hierdie land in orde. As dit uit mekaar uitval, is daar geen toekoms nie. Feit nommer 6. Hierdie week het ek gaan praat by 'n media konsortium waar daar gesê is dat daar een wet is, net een, wat hierdie land totaal ignoreer en hulle gaan dit inteken soos hulle wil. Al is dit onconstitutioneel. This government is going to put through the amendment of the electoral bill and they're going to go and do it and not comply to the spirit of the apex court, which is the constitutional court that made a judgment that said this is unconstitutional. They are just going to rape it. Hulle gaan dit verkrag. Dis wat hulle gaan doen aan ons. En ek het in die publiek, die het my video gesien, in my toespraak het ek gesê, as hulle hierdie wet kan verduister, vergryp en uit mekaar uitskeer, watter ander wette kan hulle dit nie ook mee doen nie. Dit begin met 1. Dis hoekom ek gaan uitpraat het, dis hoekom ek hard gepraat het, want hulle val ons justisie, hulle val ons beskerming in die konstitusie aan. So die derde C, the constitution of this country must be defended, protected and upheld. En elke lid van die parlement het daai eed gevat. Every member of parliament took that oath to uphold, defend and protect this constitution. And if they let this bill through, they are all in breach of office and oath, those who vote to pass that bill. It's as simple as that. You see, I won't press charges against Jellytot Malema on what he's done criminally. No, I'm currently charging him for breach of his office as an MP. You have seen my letters to the Speaker. And no, I'm not going to stop. Ek gaan hulle moer met 'n e-mail 'n dag, totdat hulle my 'n gehoor gee. Want dit is die reëls. And if it is good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So our constitution must be defended. Ons moet daarvoor beklei. We the people. Those are the first words of our constitution. We the people. Ons die mense. So we must defend it. And the UIM, Christ, capital, Constitution, third C. That's what we stand for. Now the fourth one. This thing called corruption. Corruptie. I don't want to call it corruption anymore. Dis diefstal. Dis vark by trog. This is pig at trough. This is not even animalistic, want diere doen nie aan diere wat mense aan mens doen nie. Hulle vreet so baie, die varke. Hulle eet ons land op. Hulle is varke, man. Maar ek dink ons doen 'n onreg teen varke. Varke is nog 'n mooi dier en proe lekker. So korrupsie is nou deel van die stelsel in Suid-Afrika. Corruption has become systemic. Fact number 7. It's part of the system. The construction mafia. The people that sit around and collude on bread, milk and construction prices. Yeah, they collude. I'm sure banks are there. When your money comes in through taxation, through investments, they take that money. They've been found guilty by Zondo. Now let's stop at Zondo. Zondo Commission was there to find out, which is uniquely South African, called state capture. Where have you heard of this? State capture, not through a gun, through a checkbook. Fact number 8. Gewoonlik as jy sê 'n staat is oorheers, 'n staat is gevat, dan praat ons van 'n siviele oorlog of van 'n mens wat ingekom het en die staat oorgevat het met 'n coup d'état. In hierdie land, we had a coup d'état, we had a takeover of the state by checkbook, not by gun. That's worse. Nee, dis erger, want as jy hierdie land inval en jy vat ons land deur geweld, as ons dan opstaan met geweld, is ons geregverdig. Ons het nie hierdie land verloor deur 'n wapen nie. Ons het hierdie land verloor deur diefstal. Onder ons oë. En die agente wat ons aangestel het in die parlement, die DA, die Vryheidsfront plus minus en equals, die UDM, hulle het ons nie verdedig nie. Met ander woorde, as dit 'n oorlog was, en ons het die DA en die Vryheidsfront en die UDM en die ICDP en al hierdie manne wat ons vir die afgelope 20 jaar het, nee, as ons hulle gestuur het om ons land terug te vat, het hulle verloor. They lost it. They failed to protect us. Ek het die ander dag vir 'n lid van die parlement gevra, sê gou vir my, hoeveel van julle is al in hierdie parlement uitgegooi? Behalwe die jelly tots. Toe sê hy, nee, ons is glad nie uitgegooi nie, ons is gedissiplineerd. Dit is jou stront. Dit is wat ek teen jou het. Want julle staan in die parlement op en julle sê point of order, Madam Speaker, en die EFF moer julle binne daai parlement en julle sit stil en bid. Nou hoor my, die Here my God is nie net 'n Here en God wat mense in babatjies soen nie. Die Here wat ek ken het vir Samson tussen pilare gesit en hy het dit gebreek, man. Hy het vir Dawid 'n klip gegee om vir Goliat dood te maak, nie om in die kop te slaan nie. Daar kom 'n tyd wat jy moet beklei in die Here se naam. Maar julle sit in die parlement en julle word geïntimideer deur laities wat daar so staan met overalls wat hulle probeer vertel jou is goed, maar dis made in China. So jy kry hierdie ouetjies wat hop in hulle rooi t-shirts en hulle vra vir werk en hulle vra vir Unie en hulle vra vir Suid-Afrika se fabrieke om opgebou te word, maar as jy binne hulle TM'de kyk en sê het made in China, wat 'n klug, wat 'n gemors. Julle lieg. Julle het die fabrieke in hierdie land toegemaak, want julle is korrup. Julle soek nie energie in hierdie land wat deur wind en son en water kom nie, want julle steel ons steenkool, julle steel ons diesel. Dit is 'n feit, feit nommer 9. Hulle pleeg diefstal. Die ministers en die mense in hierdie staat het kontrakte en paybacks met logistiek, trokke, steenkool en diesel. Julle varke, dis wat julle doen. Nommer 10. Daar's feit nommer 10. Dis die waarheid. Julle het Eskom vernietig. Nie deur julle kan nie net die ding doen nie. Nie net dat julle al die breins uit daai plek gefire het nie, maar julle het gesteel totdat ons niks meer oor het nie. En dan gaan julle oor see en julle vat nog geld om sogenaamde skoon energie in hierdie land te bring. Julle lieg, julle het nog geld wat julle wil steel. Feit nommer 11. Dis 'n feit. You've killed us. You've sunk SAA and you took our money every year to float SAA. You told us as the public, as a taxpayer, we must pay $1 billion to keep the aeroplanes in the sky. Julle het daai vliegtye so besteel, julle het ons laat crash moer toe. Julle het ons maatskappy wat ons befonds het vir amper 80 jaar, het julle binne 20 jaar vernietig. En al daai geld wat ons as belasting betaal is meer as 30, 40, 80 biljoen. Is weg. Ons het nie meer 'n SAL nie. Julle het vir ons gelieg. And no one wants to take you to jail. Want julle is almal deel daarvan. And I blame the opposition parties of this country that you let it happen. Don't think that there's no blood on your hands. The only way to fight corruption is to fight it. But in today's day, if you fight corruption, if you're a whistleblower, they come and murder you. Ja? As jy uitpraat, as jy wil verdedig, as jy korrupsie wil uitsny, dan stuur hulle mense om jou te vermoor. Dis wat in hierdie land gebeur, feit nommer 12, né? Feite. Kyk hoe skryf daai vroue brief om te sê, Mr. Ramaphosa, as ek doodgemaak het, is op jou naam. In die publiek. Die donker kom. Die donker is hier. Maar daar's hoop in God se genade. Daar's die UIM. Ons is nie bang nie. Want ons het 'n missie in God en in lig en in ons geloof, né? Ons moet korrupsie stop. Korrupsie bloei. En as jy nie die aard toemaak nie, is jy dood. En ons kan dit net doen saam. Ons kan net dit doen as ons dit saam staan. Hier's 'n vraag. Here's the question. We as the UIM are now only in 3 metros in 3 seats, but we're doing more, we're speaking more, we're fighting more. We act as if we've got 100 seats. If we talk like we talk and do what we do and take them on in public and go to the media, can you imagine what we'll do if we were in Parliament? Can you imagine what we could do if we had more say? If we had more soldiers in the UIM to fight for us? It would be a good thing to stop corruption. And here's the last one, the last C. So we've had Christ, capital, constitution, corruption to fight it, and here's the last one. Crime. Misdaad. The 5th C. Crime. Crime is they beating us. Ons moet nou begin die waarheid praat, Suid-Afrika. Die kriminele is besig om te wen. Ek is jammer. Feit nommer 13. We've got to face it. The criminals are winning. Misdaad is die oorwinnaar op hierdie oomblik. As daar 'n grenslyn was en daar was 50 lig, 50 donker en die lig het beklei om die donker aan die ander kant te hou, is dit my opinie dat hulle is besig om te wen oor hierdie draad. Hulle is besig om die lig terug te stoot. Hoekom? Ek vir jou sê hoekom. I'll tell you why. Fact number 14. It's because the leadership of SAPS is corrupt. Not everyone, but the majority. I don't say so. Did you not read the newspaper where they said top cops? Top cops, die leiers in die polisie word nou geteken as kriminele. How many generals and how many officers in the past 5 years have been arrested for corruption? Many. A vis vrot van die kop af. A fish rots from the head. En hierdie vis is vrot. Ek ken baie polisie. Obviously. Ek ken baie intelligensie. Ek ken baie sekuriteitsmaatskappy eienaars. En wat sê hulle vir my? It's SAPS leadership. Dis die polisie se leierskap. Meer generaals as soldate. Gehoor van 'n sersant wat nou 'n generaal geraak het. Jy sien, as jy nie misdaad ken nie, as jy nie weet hoe om misdaad te beveg nie, en is daar geen intelligensie, ek praat nie van ICA nie, ek praat van inligting. Crime intelligence is dead in this country. Misdaad intelligensie is daar nie meer nie. Intelligensie en intelligensie. Dis moortoe. Dis weg. Nou as jy nie intelligensie kry oor misdaad, kan jy nie dit beheer nie. Ons het 'n baie goeie misdaad intelligensie sisteem gehad. Ons het 'n baie effektiewe militêre intelligensie gehad. Ek weet dit, ek was aan die ander kant wat gemoer is deur hulle. Jy het respek gehad. As daar een ding is wat ek kan onthou is dat as 'n polisieman kom of daai geel vangwa. Ek onthou nog die wit Land Rovers en die Valiants. Die Skylines en die Monzas. As hy polisieman gekom het, maak nie saak aan watter kant jy gestaan het nie, jy het respek gehad vir 'n polisieoffisier. Jy het respek gehad. Daar was 'n bietjie van vrees. Nou moor ons hulle. In the days that I was a young man, when I saw a police car, police van, I stood at attention. I had respect. Now we murder the police. We don't care. Crime, if not controlled, if not fought, because corruption is part of crime, it will be the end of this country's civil liberties. Forget about human rights. They'll murder us. Can you imagine what happened in Durban? And if that happened nationally? For 24 hours in the KZN, neither military or police had control of that place. For 24 hours. They came when it was done. Crime fighting, fact number 15, starts with you. Misdaadbekamping begin by jou, Suid-Afrika. Vergeet van die polisie. Hulle kom wanneer hulle kom. Dit begin by jou. Dit begin by jou huis, dit begin by jou familie, dit begin by jou heining, dit begin by jou hek, dit begin by jou straat, dit begin by jou blok, dit begin by jou provinsie, dit begin by jou land. Wake up now. Crime is your responsibility as well. It starts at your home, your family, your garden, your gate, your street, your block, your community, your province, and your country. Do you have it? Don't wait for the police. Don't wait for people that are coming with shining torches and big white horses. God commands you to do good. And sometimes good means to defend yourself, your family, and your community. That's how the UIM wants to fight crime. Empower the community. We had a system in this country. It was the commando system, die commando-stelsel. Onthou jy dit? Vliesdorp, Grabouw, Leidenburg, Ladysmith, elke dorpie in hierdie land het 'n commando gebouetjie gehad. Daai gebouetjie is beman deur volonteërs, gedissiplineerde soldate. We don't necessarily want the commando system back, but maybe we should start thinking that every town in this country should start something called a community self-defense unit, a CSDU. Do you like that? 'n gemeenskapsbeveiliging eenheid. And it's not just white, colored, Indian. It's for black Africans and South Africans as well, all four races. Because we're all being murdered. We are all being subjected to crime, isn't it? So why don't we start a program where in every town, in every municipality of the 280, that we start a community self-defense unit. We bring the community together and we train. We will then have a unit that we can call up, be it farm or town. If someone needs help, there is the community defense unit. We're allowed to do that constitutionally. No one can stop us. You see, the UIM does not want to talk. We would like action. I drove a community response unit for 2 years out of my pocket. We dropped crime 70%, 72% in the area I'm staying. That's police stats. Crime is our responsibility, and if we don't stand up as a people, it's over. Then we have 12-meter walls, a man with a gun, and bodyguards. Is that how you want to live? No. We want to be free. So daar's hy Suid-Afrika. Misdaad, korrupsie, konstitusie, kapitaal en geloof. Crime, corruption, constitution, capital, Christ. We don't need 40 manuals and 900 pages to tell you what we stand for as the United Independent Movement. We've got the 5 C's. Yes, there's a lot of other stuff. Education, health. Yes. But let's face a fact in conclusion. Ter afsluiting. As jy by 'n braai is, ons braai, vriende in 'n restaurant, waaroor praat jy? Ek sê jou waaroor jy praat. Jy praat oor misdaad, jy praat oor die korrupsie, en jy praat oor kapitaal. Ek sien nie sporadiese groot debatte om 'n braai oor skool en onderwys nie. Jammer. Ek sien nie groot praat as ons met 'n choppie en 'n braaibroodjie sit en ons praat dan oor die mediese fraternity nie. Ek sien dit baie min. As ons by mekaar is, dan praat ons oor hoe gruwelik hierdie staat is, hoe hulle ons geld steel en misdaad. Ja, ek is 'n Suid-Afrikaner. Dis waaroor ons praat. Ons moet aanhou praat, maar ons moet begin doen. Without doing, there can be no being. Stop being a human that's just being. Do something. I'm trying to do something now. No matter how the future lies, no matter where I am as a human, the United Independent Movement is not about Neil de Beer. Do you get it? Fact number 16. You don't build an organization around one man. You can build it around God. The UIM must exist with or without me. The UIM must go on and pick up the flag and the sword and live through my time, God willing, my children's and children's time. The UIM must become a people's party. Yes, I want to lead it. Yes, I want to be at the forefront. Yes, I want to see the future. Yes, I want to see my children grow. I want to see my younger son, Connor, Reese, Manay, Jesse. I want to see them because that's my kids. I want to see them grow. I want to see them at their matric farewell. I want to see them graduate. I want to see them get married. But that is God's will. That is not mine. My message is that you must continue with the UIM. My message that you must fight on. My message is that, like me, you must give your life to your country. My message is that we must continue with hope. My message is that we must never give up. Irrespective of how dark it looks, irrespective of how ill you are, how hopeless it looks like, we have an enormous country. It's worth fighting for. And if necessary, it is worth dying for. Hierdie land is dit werd. God is dit werd. Die grootste juweel in hierdie land is nie die goud en die diamant, die steenkool en die uranium nie. Dit is nie in die diamante en in die olie en gas nie. Die sterkste juweel in hierdie land is ons mense. Dis ons Suid-Afrikaners. Wees passievol oor jou land. Ons het 'n droom gehad van 'n mooi land. Ons het 'n droom gehad waar verskeie volke kan by mekaar kom met taal, kultuur, geskiedenis. Alle tale, alle kulture, alle geskiedenis in hierdie land is Suid-Afrikaans. Of jy nou Khoi, San, Griekwa, Sotho, Xhosa, Zulu of Afrikaner. Ons het 'n droom gehad van 'n reënboog. Ons moet beklei daarvoor, Suid-Afrika. Ek is ook moeg. Ek is ook swak. Ek verloor ook hoop. Ek staan ook op nadat ek alles verloor het. En nog moet beklei vir my lewe. Maar hier is my godsbelofte aan julle. Ek bly by julle. Ek staan by julle. Hou op om ons te beklei en my af te breek. Want ten minste staan ek en het hoop. Don't give up. We are all human. We all falter. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets. but we are South Africans because we can. When you are in a small hut, as jy in 'n klein kamertjie is, en jy het 'n kers, en jy steek daai kers aan, dankie Eskom, het jy al gesien daai liggie, hoe hy die donker beklei? En as daar 'n klein windjie is, waar ook al daai kersvlam buig, daar straal lig. Wees daai lig in 'n donker land. Want miskien kom nog kers. Miskien kom daar nog lig. So be the light today. Join the UIM. Donate money to us. Donate time to us. Donate prayer to us. We are with it. I don't care how many people send me messages to kill me, threaten me, intimidate me. You think that if you take me out, murder me, silence me, that you think the UIM's voice will go quiet? You are wrong. The UIM is the People's Family Party. Ons is 'n familieparty. We won't give up. So on that emotional message, God be with you. God be with your family. And may God's hand of protection, hope, faith and blessing be over each one of you. Mag die Here se hand van vrede, liefde, bewaring en seëning op elkeen van julle wees vandag en vir altyd. Hou 'n lekker naweek. Vergeet van die trane. Hierdie is nie trane van negativiteit of donker nie. Dis passie. Ek het passie vir julle, ek is lief vir julle. Hoe kan ek nie lief wees vir julle met al hierdie boodskappe, harte, gebede? Ek staan die ander dag in Mug and Bean, ek het 'n muffin gesoek. En 'n tannie kom na my toe, tannie Don in Durbanville, en sy sê vir my, is jy Neil de Beer? Ek sê, ja tannie. En sy geef my 'n drukkie. En dan man Johan staan daar en hy sê, is jou grootste supporter. En dit is sy woord. Jy is nie alleen nie. You are not alone. So to all my team, the UIM, Jack, Cindy, Stephen, Marliesay, Monja, Zenda, Diane, dis nou die mense, Cherie, dis nou die mense wat Steve, dis Jacques, dis die mense wat elke dag werk, so baie, Melissa, Arnold Raman, sorry, I'm going to miss people again, Joanne, Shafiq, Eugene, Umkali, Albert. God bless you. And my dear, loved Vice President and my sister Fatima. Thank you. Thank you for fighting. If I missed your name, sorry. But we love you. So go out there, fight. Talk. Spread the light. Kersie, né? En kom ons maak 'n Suid-Afrika werk. Lief vir julle. Love you. God bless you. See you next week, Friday, with again the week that was and the future that is. From me, Neil de Beer, all the blessings and love. As jy my sien, moenie weghardloop nie. Gee my 'n drukkie. Kom praat met my. Want saam gaan ons dit doen. Together, we will and we can. Blessings en sien julle volgende week.